trying to get my dribble right. Got the green screen down and shit. Cockpit, you see. When I drop, I'm gonna have a big old picture of Fannie behind me. What up? Y'all know when I come on, it's major. What's good? Mickey Russell. What up? He said, as she should. Peace from the dribble. I ain't had this Under Armour on in a minute, man. Gotta get back into it and shit. I've been working. What up? He said, low, PA knit, that's all you need. Right. The seasons have changed. It's my time. Y'all got fat while I starved this summer. It's my time. It's my time, my friend. So y'all get ready. Shout out to Mendici. He said the smirk says it all. Hey, man, I believe I speak for, you know, most in tune with hip hop, sports, and fashion, beauty, art, everything that embodies Gully TV. If you're a fan of this, then you're a fan of Fannie. Fannie the Phenom. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. She's winning. She's winning. She's winning. She's winning the approval. I'm reading the comments. He said, hop out on her in my Stan Smiths. I will hop out on old Fannie, man. I got a few adjectives for her. You got to be versatile. You can't come with that street shit, man. You got to come like you just stepped off of one of them campuses, man, like Howard or some shit. I done been on the campus before. I can dribble. He said I was in a Zoom with Bimmy. He was wearing a PA knit. No doubt. Boom, boom. Fannie is doing an incredible job. She's very attractive in more ways than one. I believe one of the things that's attractive about her is her ambition and how serious she is. She ain't playing no motherfucking games. And when you think about it, she's been going. She's been doing her thing. She's been on a tear. She's been working, right? All of them niggas is in the same county jail. Everybody that's been violated in her county, they all in the same county jail, man. I know they like gang after gang after gang coming in this motherfucking county jail. I know they like, God damn, man. Woo. She not fucking around, man. She's intelligent. She's ambitious. I think she's a great example for Black America, not just young ladies, but young men as well. You can be in a position where you're making a difference. It was a time when Atlanta was a tourist attraction. It was big business, man. I used to be in the airport, man. When I was a young nigga, I used to be in the airport, man, like just salivate and think about the food that's gonna be in Atlanta, man, flying down there and shit. It was a Black experience to go to Atlanta back in the day. It was so Black, man. Everything was Black about it. Before you got there, they bragged to you about how Black it was. And it was my first time ever seeing like a lot of Black police. Which I thought was cool and shit. I thought it was cool. Any interactions I had, I'm pretty sure they got some assholes, but they wasn't on it. Like, it was a difference between having an encounter with Atlanta police, who was gonna be Black, than some police up north. That was one of the differences. The food was a big deal. They had a lot of places to shop. It was just an experience, man. Like, you looked forward to, if you had family, we used to go down there around Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit like that, you know, holidays. If you had family in those parts in Georgia and shit, you looked forward to going down there. And like I said, it was safe. You didn't have to really worry about nothing and shit. It was an experience, yo. It was an experience. And it was really fun. It was vacation. It was vacation. It was vacation. It was. It was a vacation. And they just fucked it all up with the violence. There was people who moved their families from other cities, from up north, a lot of people from up north. And I'm pretty sure, you know, Baltimore, DC area, New Jersey, moved their families to Atlanta for a better life, you know, being that it was, you know, you might have a black school teacher and shit like that. Like up north, you might not be guaranteed that you have a black school teacher. You might not be guaranteed that you're gonna have a black principal and shit like that. Like this is something that was going on in the South, that people was moving their families down there to, you know, take advantage of this shit. And it was a retreat. It was where people was going to, you know, fall back, safety and shit. Void of a lot of shit that was going on in the inner cities. And ultimately, niggas took all of that. He said, Gladys Knight, chicken and waffles. Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Boom, boom, boom. He said, where can I buy a hat from? You talking too much. I need an answer. You not even fit to wear this shit I got on my head. You's a silly ass nigga. Get your He said, you might not even have a black janitor now in schools in some cities. You're right. And people was moving their families down south to take advantage of that. And it was void of the crime. I don't know what happened. Everybody from Detroit, everybody from Chicago that was wild, everybody from everybody's... Katrina moved a lot of niggas from New Orleans there. It's just a different place now. It's a lot more dangerous. And it's required that some intervention is required to make it safe again and shit. He said the 24-hour gym, that was run and shoot. My man said, I want all the murders and killing away from my family. A lot of people in the comments are saying that they need a Fannie in Cleveland. I seen people saying they need Fannie in Chicago. They need Fannie in Philadelphia. Her RICO cases are state cases that go down in Georgia. And I guess she a part of the law down there. She said if you rap about a crime, down there, she said she believe every word you said. She said she believed every word you said. If you rap about kidnapping, if you rap about murder, if you rap about any of this shit, drilling, spinning the block, she said, you know what? I believe you, and I'm gonna arrest you for it. What y'all think about that? He said, was it a rapper that you worked with that you was disappointed in them not being successful? Nah. Atlanta has always been dangerous, but the gang stuff took it to another level. Seeing an issue here in the Bay Area, a kid got shot in school. I remember when it was just a push or fist fight. He said that's not what she said. She did say that. She did say that. I heard it with my own ears. I've been listening to her talk on all types of different platforms and shit. She said that. She said if you rap about it, she said I believe you. She did say that. She said don't do crime and rap about the same crime. Exactly. They did this not so long ago in Philly. The DA said the names of all the gangs, including PNB. They not playing. Then she said some lyrics. Is she a prosecutor or mayor? I made a post on Instagram where I implied that she probably going to be the next mayor of Atlanta. That's probably something small on her agenda and shit. She could probably be, you know, elevate to being like governor or some shit like that. Like she's high powered like a motherfucker. She's winning people's approval for real. They said she had a decent delivery when she said the lyrics. She be listening. She be watching. She's online. Hey, Fannie. We watching, Fannie. You watching us? We watching you too, baby. We tuned in. Keep up the good work. Yeah. And when I'm done doing my thing and shit, she gonna be right there. That's what the green screen there for. He said, pushing black excellence to another level. Hip hop police is real. He said she know the vibes that adds to her ambition. Hey, Fannie. He said, Fannie, she cute. Y'all know she cute. I don't know how old she is. That don't even matter. She bad. She bad. She be all, we always see her dressed up professionally and shit, but I believe she got a few Yeezys and she wear the same shit that everybody else wear. I promise you, she got Yeezy. She got heels and red bottoms, all that shit. She got all that shit. I promise y'all, she's in tune with what the fuck's going on. Be careful. He says she chubby. That's because she sits atop of the throne. She don't always have to have time to be getting to the gym. That's because she's sitting in front of these computers and shit, watching you niggas online talking about who y'all gonna kill and shit like that. But keep up the good work. He said it's like all the mentalities from around America meet in Atlanta, and it's crazy. I used to go there every weekend, but I stopped. He said she in the loop for real. Subscribe to the channel, share this live stream, like the video as y'all coming in here, like. I don't know what is her position? What exactly, can somebody help me out? What exactly is her position? She's a prosecutor, she's the top DA, she's the top district attorney. DA. How long is her term? How long has she been in office? Don't you get elected to that? She the top DA. She took over Paul Howard's job. Is that a situation where she just gonna be the top DA, or she gotta, you get elected to that shit? About a year or so. How long is she gonna be the DA? Why does the government want rap lyrics to be admissible in court? Because motherfuckers who be killing motherfuckers be rapping about this shit. They didn't proven it on a lot of, they didn't proven it on a lot of niggas. The people vote her in. Oh, she gonna be around. She gonna be around. He said basically like a female Giuliani. She gonna be around. Where are the RICO charges for Epstein and Ghislaine? Y'all don't understand. This is a difference. Them girls that was fucking with Epstein, them girls was going over there to jerk dicks off. They knew it. They knew it. All of them girls, they was in high school, and one friend put the other friend, girl, we going to get this old man a massage. They going to jerk off a motherfucker dick. You in high school, bitch. You know you ain't supposed to be rubbing on no grown-ass, old-ass man. They're aware what the fuck they doing. That you going to jerk off dick and get paid. And you was doing that shit, and they took advantage of you ultimately and shit like that. But you were a part of that shit. These niggas is killing folks and shit. This is a totally different thing. She's gonna be propelled to high positions once she continued to drop the hammer. She announced it. She said within 90 days, I'm gonna come get somebody else. The latest group of individuals that she came and got was called Rich Gang. They specialize in robbing professional athletes and celebrities in Atlanta. She got her own 94 crime bill. She's gonna set examples, and she's gonna be very, very fucking famous and high powered. Like a Kamala Harris type situation. You could see it developing fast. He said she's going to Washington. He said drug rich. She said rich gang in the press conference. If you haven't seen the press conference, make sure you go check out the press conference. It's easy to use black folks to set an example. Y'all missing the point, man. Y'all keep going back to that. Do y'all know that these are do y'all know that these are the motherfuckers who's killing? The people who killing look like us. The people who dying look like us. Why do y'all keep trying to incorporate Jeffrey Epstein and all of these other people who got nothing to do with this shit into what she's doing her job? If she wasn't black, but nobody wouldn't even be paying attention. Nobody would even be paying attention. These niggas just be going to jail. Nobody would take any interest of it. If change her hair to blonde and change her face to white, she'd just be the police. But she happens to be, she kind of look like us. She still got our mannerisms. She's black. And she's attractive. She's attractive. She got some qualities about her that I like. I believe everybody else like it too. It's that strength, that sassiness. And she intelligent. She's high powered. She's a boss. My man said, I'm ready for the old Atlanta. Glad you speaking on this and changing the culture's perspective on crime and violence. This is the truth. This is the truth. We got stats. They got statistics. She said the gang uses pharmacy logos. She watching it all online. She said if you put it out there, you're going to jail. I don't think we're gonna be seeing niggas waving no hammers around and that's over with. We ain't gonna be seeing niggas waving their pistols around in videos much longer. Not in Atlanta anyway. She gonna have a direct effect on the shit right away. P Capes TV, peace and blessings. I appreciate your super chat. It's some niggas in Atlanta right now trying to move back to where they from. It's some niggas in Atlanta right now trying to move back to where they from. Cleveland, Detroit, New York, wherever the fuck they from. Behind the shit that's going, woo, man, that's hot as fuck down here, man. Motherfuckers going to, man, we need to get another town. Niggas done burnt this up. Instagram is the great investigative tool. This is how much Instagram and social media is involved in this shit. She said the people that was doing the robberies was doing what? Tracking these motherfuckers and following them on social media, watching the shit they post. They said when they got robbed, they would go directly to the bedroom where the fucking chains and shit is at, where the jewelry is at. The same motherfucking bedroom we see you Snapchatting on. Ooh-wee. The first people they got was 21 Savage and Young Nudie when they caught him with the ice. She better get them cartel motherfuckers walling down there too. They going crazy as well. They hit up Mariah Carey house. They hit somebody from the Atlanta Falcons and from the Atlanta soccer team. And future baby mom. My man said everyone's moving to Tennessee. I got investigated off YouTube more than 10 years ago. I learned back then. Vince Carter got hit too. Mariah Carey was on a list. Calvin Ridley from the Falcons. Our generation did not do anything like that. What happened to move in silence? There's something attractive. People want to be famous, even if it's in your own little world and shit. A nigga got 15, 20,000 followers and shit like that. He wants to put on a scene. He wants to put on a show for him. And niggas becoming addicted to this shit and risking their life. You going to the penitentiary where you can continue to Snapchat. You can continue to do it when you get there, but you going. Y'all don't remember when Casanova first went to jail and they had one of them challenges out, one of them dances and shit, I forget, one of them TikTok dances and shit. He went to jail and continued to do this shit, continued to participate in the internet shit, in the algorithm. Under the circumstances that he's in, he was doing challenges and shit, internet challenges. He said the June bug. Yeah. In the position that he was in the position that he's in, he's making TikTok videos. He said, I remember, we need a Fannie in every city. Most people are calling for a Fannie in every city, and I believe that she gonna give birth to some. Yeah. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I moved to Alabama, and it's like this all across the South. It's way worse than the North, except for Chicago. It got way more guns. I learned that from being Gully TV, from traveling to different regions and shit like that. I've seen some motherfucking artillery, and I've told niggas, I said, man, if y'all was on the East Coast, I don't think y'all would be doing this shit. Like, they don't allow this shit on the East Coast. Like, the way that it's some places, man, like Southern, the South and the Midwest is like the Wild Wild West from what I've seen. Yeah. He said, I like to throw Philly in the mix too. They making their own guns. Atlanta got out of hand, no cap. They needed Fannie, and I don't even like the police. I believe we would like to be safe whenever we going out in public. I think she's receiving a better response from the community because she's a black woman. Doesn't feel the same as if it were coming from a white woman or a man. I agree with you. I have to agree with you. She just looks concerned. She looks very serious. She's kind of talking shit. She makes threats. She makes threats. She makes threats. These folks don't understand that the cops sit in cubicles and watch social media all day. Fannie ain't lock up the cops who kill people. The cops who kill people don't be on social media talking about it and posting about it. A lot of shit to be going on online, that shit be on them Reddit blogs and shit within like the 24 hours. A lot of, I'll tell y'all something, right? I spoke about this in my book. If you ain't got a copy, make sure you get a copy of my book. It's on my website. It's called Some Things I've Been Through. Got five-star reviews, all that. www.therealdribble.com. But anyway, I was mentioning in the book about how I've interviewed some of these real big dudes, and some of the stuff that was mentioned to me, I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't share it for both our, for both our safety or for both our benefit. There's just some shit that you have to take some discretion upon yourself on whether or not you're gonna do it, because you'll be sorry once you put that shit online. it's out there. And the biggest discussions, all the information, it's online. What I mean by that is, when I did Haitian Jack joint, I knew Haitian Jack from this perspective of Tupac and music and shit like that. Everything that I found out about him that was the truth or in real life or happened was in the comments and online and shit like that. So the shit to be online, the shit to be in the comments, it be a lot of truth in that shit. And it was. And the police be reading the same fucking comments that I be reading, so. Law enforcement has it easy nowadays. I hope she stays safe. Atlanta is a wild place for real. I'm pretty sure she got her security up. They can't let nothing happen to her. Mm-mm. Yes, they going crazy in the Midwest. I think she's going to run for mayor eventually. Naptown going crazy, bodies every day. I'm waiting to see her go after the white skinheads in the KKK. She should pursue the KKK. If the KKK is active in Fulton County, ain't that where she at? She should pursue them. That's a fucking gang, a terrorist organization. She should pursue them. She has FBI security. I'm pretty sure she got real deal security. She said they next. She has a long way from. Her father was a Black Panther. She's from Los Angeles, but she went to school at Emory University in Atlanta. She from the West Coast. Pata Devar and Gully, did Puerto Ricans help create hip hop? Yes. To my knowledge, yes. I don't know what the fuck, where this discrepancy is coming from. I don't know where this conversation was rooted at, who said what, and who's trying to exclude Puerto Ricans from hip hop. That don't make sense. Puerto Ricans are some of the most incredible b-boys and shit, and graffiti artists and shit. Like, if y'all talking about the sound, if y'all talking about the sound of hip hop, are y'all talking about hip hop? Hip hop ain't just rap. Hip hop is DJing, it's b-boy and it's graffitiing and shit. It's not just one thing. And they was a part of this shit. Go look at the demographics in the fucking Bronx. Puerto Ricans was living right next door to niggas and vice versa. They was there. He said they'd been there since B Street. Fucking right. All of the movies. Tariq brought that up. Tariq who? He said they probably look for leads in the comments. All they got to do is fire out a couple questions and wait. Facts. Tariq Nasheed. He's not even a hip hop artist. What do he got to do with hip hop? He don't ain't got nothing to do with hip hop. Ain't he like a social? Don't he do like social commentary and shit? What is he reaching? He done had nothing else to talk about. Yeah, Tariq been beefing with Puerto Ricans about that. What the fuck did he say it for? Like, where did that come from? They didn't create none of that. They joined in. Who's the first person spray painting on fucking cars and shit? I mean, spray painting and defacing property. Motherfuckers been doing that shit forever. You can't say that black people started spray painting and vandalism. That's what it is, vandalism. You can't say niggas did that shit by themselves. Ricans was a part of this shit. They was in poverty too. Hip hop was born of poverty, suffering. He said, and they still nice with the paint. He said he from Philly. You don't know a black man started that. Man, motherfuckers been spray painting everywhere. Man, just stop it, man. Just stop it. It is a black dude from Philly made graffiti. So the day that he did it, the name went to the dictionary. The day that he did it, the name went to the dictionary. Give me some, you got to give me something to support that. The day that he did it, this guy that y'all talking about, the day that he did it, the name went in the dictionary and everything. He started it. Graffiti been around as long as fucking spray paint been around. The fuck is y'all talking about, man? Y'all bugging, man. The Get Down TV show described it really good how blacks and Puerto Ricans were together starting hip hop. From Gully TV, I'm telling you, they a part of it. They've been here the whole time. That's the end of the story. And you know what's funny? This is what's funny, right? Hip hop don't really got no fucking birth date. It wasn't born in no certain year. I posted a video on my Instagram page of the Harlem Globetrotters and Metal Lark Lemon rapping in 1973. They was rapping in 1973 on a variety show in the 1970s. What year did hip hop? What year was hip hop supposed to be created? What year? What year was hip hop supposed to have been created? Anybody? Niggas been rapping forever. Shit been rapping forever. That it don't have no birth. He says some say 1975, some say 1979. You can't tell me that niggas wasn't rapping and talking slick before that. It's just impossible. And we got the proof. My man said the first graffiti was in Egypt. Right. I heard 73, 75. Bob Marley, Pig Meat Martin. I seen video folks down south breaking in the 1930s, 50s, 60s. Black people was rapping in the 40s. Rapping goes back to the 40s, city slickers. Hip hop and rapping are two different things. They saying Jamaican started because of Herc and his origins in the sound system culture. He contributed but not a creator. This is coming from a Jamaican. When all y'all done with that, you put it in a pot, it's born of blacks and Ricans. That's who was there. Herc wasn't there by himself. He needed an audience. When Cool Herc was cooking that shit up, he needed an audience. He needed motherfuckers to clap and vibe to it. At that point, they become a part of this shit. Hip-hop has distinct elements. Hip-hop borrow elements from other cultures. Hippies used to cover their vans and buses with graffiti in the 60s. Facts. Oh, something else. Y'all trying to break it down into a racial thing. I mean, all of these people that y'all speaking of is black, but there's people from all kinds of different backgrounds that was a part of hip hop. A lot of people from the islands, Shine, Dougie Fresh. It's more. I could go on. AZ. It's just a ton of them. In both boroughs and shit, people were, they families was from the islands and shit. So. Biggie, Jamaican, exactly. Special Ed, Trinidadian. I normally agree with you, Gully, but I respectfully disagree. Rhythm, drums, poetry, that's black folks. Ricans was just there. You saying Ricans ain't got no rhythm? You saying Ricans ain't got no rhythm? That's just ridiculous. You saying Ricans ain't got no rhythm? He said, niggas don't understand the history. It was supposed to be 50 years old. It's older than 50 years. People been rapping. That's just it. DJ Clue from Panama. Most people in New York are first American born. At least one parent is from somewhere else in the world. Red Alert from the islands. Wyclef. Y'all making no sense. Y'all making no sense. Trying to, y'all making no sense. Y'all making no sense, yo. Straight up. My brother had a sheepskin, and I know that niggas is wearing sheepskins in New York City. But them Rican niggas, them the niggas that was wearing them sheeps. Them the niggas that was wearing them sheeps with the hats and shit like that. I don't know whether they just could afford it, but y'all making no fucking sense trying to eliminate them from hip hop. It just I can't wrap my mind around it. He said you just don't get it. I don't. He said you didn't name one Puerto Rican who created hip hop. I can't. I was born in the late 70s. I wasn't around. I just said that they was rapping in 1973 on some variety show. It's on my Instagram page. Follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. The conversation started when Fat Joe said Latinos helped create hip hop. They feel it was more of a contribution. What's wrong with saying that? That they helped create it? Is Kool Herc the founder or not? He can't be. It existed before him. You can't tell me that. Is y'all trying to? What is y'all giving him credit for? Break beats? I'm trying to. What is y'all giving him credit for? Break beats, playing music outside in the park? What is it? Because it's been challenged. It was people in other boroughs playing music outside. It's 8 million people in New York, right? You think one man decided I'm about to create some slick shit? They all stole that equipment during the blackout of the 1970s. Everybody had some equipment. You think one man start boogieing first? Come on. That's not the truth. He did something. He did. He has a position. He has a story. He did not create it. He said to me, Kool Herc just threw the first block party. He said hip hop from Harlem. He said, so you don't believe hip hop came from the South with James Brown? I believe it. I believe it. You know why? It was slave plantations in the South. And I know niggas was getting busy. I know niggas was speaking to each other in certain languages that they didn't understand by way of song. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. James Brown's from the South. That's all of that boogieing and shit. That's hip hop. That's Negro shit. That shit didn't exist in the North. We went to the North from the South. Did no slave ships park in Boston or New York City or Jersey or nothing like that. Jamaicans got their block parties from Southern FBA, and that became dance hall. The Chain Gang songs. Puerto Ricans were only around in the 80s. That's not true. That's 10 years after the creation of hip hop. So you mean to tell me before the 1980s there was no Puerto Ricans in the Bronx? Y'all. He said Grandmaster Flash is doing the same thing. Correct? He said, nope, Puerto Ricans was in the Bronx and from there. I know they was there. I know they was there. He said they was in the Bronx, but they stick to their own. They didn't play these videos, man. They got, Al Prophet got a video about gangs and crime in New York City, and it kind of talk about hip hop too. Them niggas was around, man, from the gang. What's the dude's name that got killed in the Bronx trying to make peace? He was a Puerto Rican nigga. The fuck? The Black Brothers, I can't remember their names. Them niggas that was wearing them fucking biker jackets and shit. Them was it was black gangs. It was they was blacks and Ricans. Y'all tripping. He said Ricans and Dominicans are even in Beat Street. Put on a stellar performance in Beat Street. Was tearing that shit up. Every time the camera went on the Ricans, they bugged out. He said the Ghetto Brothers. Right. Right. And what was the guy from the Ghetto Brothers who got killed trying to make peace? Help me out. Think I ain't in tune. He said they was beefing before Black Benji died. Was that a racial beef? Watch Star on YouTube. He had Crazy Legs on there, and he said they learned from blacks from last night. If that's what he said, that's what it is. I told you, I wasn't there. I wasn't old enough to be there. He said, yeah, all beef in New York City back then was racial. Kool Herc said the Latinos wasn't rocking with him at first. The Supreme Team had Ricans and Dominicans. Dancehall was derived from ska and dubs. Whoever stated that dancehall originated from the South need to go study the history of Jamaican music. He said Beat Street was damn near 20 years after hip-hop. Anytime that they had hip-hop on camera, if it was on film, there was Puerto Ricans on it. There was Puerto Ricans on it. You ain't gonna tell you. Wild Style, B Street, anything that you go find. If it was in the Bronx, it was Puerto Ricans there. They got battles of them niggas, man. Them dudes battling each other. Grandmaster Caz and them battling them other dudes. Them was Puerto Ricans all through the crowd. Y'all tripping. He said, imagine Pop Lock in the Poppy Store music. Crazy Legs said it himself. He got it from us. It's really nothing to debate. Don't Puerto Ricans have African origin anyway? Why are we really disputing this here? Don't make no sense, do it? Exactly. Anyway, I've been here long enough, man. I just wanted to build with y'all briefly. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Follow me on IG at @IamGullyTV_. Fannie, you're doing an exceptional job. We know that you're watching. Make sure that you subscribe, Fannie. When you see my channel, you about tuned in already. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications. I want y'all to do the same thing that Fannie gonna do. Subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Follow me on Twitter at GullyTV1. Peace.